Hey everyone, so here it is, the farewell tour begins for Dokkan with the global anniversary campaign. So with that, let's go ahead and dive into my thoughts here. Last night I was fast asleep and they provided the news for my final campaign, but the global Dokkan campaign of 2025 here. And yeah, they didn't read the room because in the last 6 months we've been talking about Daima, and I know that Dokkan has these campaigns set up for maybe months, even possibly years ahead. But man, what a disappointment. You know, one of the reasons why I'm leaving Dokkan, it hasn't really been fun. It's been the same thing over and over again. And 2 years ago, we had the worldwide download campaign with the Future Saga once again. So I don't know if enough is enough, but here it is. We're going to be getting, I guess, a dual Dokkan Fest. I'm assuming these are both the LR Dokkan Fest exclusives because they're both tag units. And we're going to get Blue, Goku, and Vegeta, and then Zamasu and Rose that both have a transformative attack, but not transformative that you're going to be able to use. So I think a lot of people are talking about how disappointed they are. Again, kind of a perfect time for me to do my farewell tour here. So, but here's the thing: I love Goku Black and Zamasu, Rose. This arc was actually one of my favorite ones. They didn't really stick the landing in terms of this arc here for Super, but it is one of my favorite ones out of Super. So yeah, so I'm happy to see it. Like, this is gonna be my final time that I'm actually really just free to play now. So I'm not gonna really spend any more dollars to get more Dragon Stones. Whatever I get is whatever I get. My final summons, and then I'll just log in, do some missions here and there and get some free Dragon Stones and do summons, once in a while. But yeah, no more daily habit of looking at this. So I did want to talk about what the campaign might look like and give you my thoughts and my last opinion in terms of predictions and stuff like that. So it seems like it's a given that this is going to super easy A, because of course this is the Vegeta that is a part of this fight here, and there's only a few more left in terms of super easy-ing here. Did this super easy A? No, it hasn't super easy A yet. So I think there's 4 more left, but the biggest question is, what about this next group, which is all Future Saga? So what I'm going to guess and assume and predict, right, the last final predictions here, is we're going to get a super easy A fest. That's what we're going to get in this celebration. We're just going to get a ton of super easy A's, and then Dokkan's fair game to dive into the Neo Gods for other campaigns, but I think they're just gonna go all out on this celebration and super easy A everybody. that's my prediction here. So I think part 1 is gonna look like something like this: the Dual Dokkan Festival exclusive Vegito and Murzumasu. I'm gonna call them that. And then what I think that could happen is they're going to super easy A the Vegeta, like initially. That's going to be the first one on here. And then we're going to see kind of a trickle down on like what else is going to, easy A and super easy A within the celebration. I think we're going to get the free to play OG Vegito Blue Dokkan first, or Global first, I mean. LR STR Vegito Blue as a super easy A for free to play players. And then we're going to get our second super easy A to an LR, which would be LR Rosemasu, right? So they're going to skip Broly, I guess, and they're just going to go into this. And then on top of that, we're going to get the easy A to Murzumasu. I think this makes a lot of sense, and they can cram all this into part 1. But here's then the question for part 2, because it seems like, okay, well, wouldn't be part 2 a Carnival Trunks, but we already did a Carnival Trunks, right? We have the Super Saiyan Trunks. So if they did a Trunks, it would be base form Trunks or transformative Trunks, something of that nature. I don't think they're going to do that. So my initial thoughts were, okay, will they do like another Trunks and Mai unit? Are they going to do a Gowasu Zamasu unit? Those all make sense in this celebration. But here's what I'm going to predict here. I'm going to predict that we're going to be getting a Hakai Beerus. Now, here's going to be the caveat. If they give us a Hakai Beerus in Part 2 Carnival, I'm going to come back for that. All right, just that. Because that's one of my favorite moments of all time in Dragon Ball Super. You know, the Hakai of Zamasu was pretty cool, and I've always wanted a Hakai Beerus. Did that for April Fools, all those different things. I just realized I'm not gonna be doing an April Fools video, or am I? Huh. Anyway, then yeah, I'm just thinking out loud here, and I think they're gonna then give us a Goku Zamasu, or Zamasu Goku in the Zamasu outfit there. Of course, we have the free-to-play unit of that, but I think we're going to get a Carnival featured unit for that. And then Super Easy, the Sword of Hope Trunks, and Murzamasu. And then Part EX or Part 3, or if they're going to have something of that nature, they're going to extend everything and then say, we're going to Super Easy some more. Vegito Blue, Rose, and then Easy Trunks and LRGG, Trunks and Vegeta there. I think this is the celebration. And if you're not hyped for it, then probably you're going to be joining me and going, okay, we're done after this. 10 years is enough. This will be my 10th year playing Dokkan. Again, I'm not going to play it from here on out on a consistent basis. Of course, I'm keeping my account, but yeah, it's just hanging it up. So this will, you know, it's interesting that I'm gonna end on the Future Saga, but yeah, I think this is what the campaign could look like. And again, I was only gonna do one summoning video, my final summoning video on this banner, but if they do a Hakai Beerus, I'll come back for that. So my farewell tour was supposed to be final summons, final bingo, and then final best teams. That's my farewell tour. I'm already kind of just messing around doing other video content. You guys probably seen that on the channel here. I did a top 10 this, top 10 that. I'm actually having really a good time making those videos, way more than I am making Dokkan content. So I'm like, okay, even though I'm not gonna get a lot of views on there and that doesn't really matter, am I having fun doing it? And that's really the whole point of it all, right? Have fun. And hey, Dokkan, not having too much fun. Not too many people are happy about the celebration, so they're not really having too much fun. Some people are, though. I think some people are like, hey, this is, you know, like me, favorite arc, favorite saga, and they might have fun for it. But if they Super Easy, how many Super Easys would this be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they Super Easy 7 units, would you guys be happy? Would you guys go, okay, hey, this is making up for no Daima, right? I don't know. You can comment in the comment section below. So anyway, those are my thoughts here. Again, beginning of the farewell tour. You will see these final videos for me for Dokkan, but I'll sprinkle in during this time other videos, other types of content. I'm just kind of messing around and having a good time. So there you have it. My beginning to the farewell tour. We'll catch you in the celebration, and we'll go from there. So, all right, catch you in the next one. Later.